Hey, what is up, guys? So, because I am screaming, or I'm sorry, I was screaming. Now I can barely talk. But WrestleMania was amazing. This is the Wrestling Rocks WrestleMania 32 after show. We are on the road, headed back home, but we are going to give you the breakdown on everything. Unfortunately, we were a little bit late showing up. But Blake, overall, really quick, give your first just quick overall thought on WrestleMania in general.
A 5.
A 5, really? Okay, now we're going to elaborate this. Kyle, what do you think?
Man, I think like when we did the prediction show, right? We really had like a lot of things. Some things were hard to predict. A lot of things were easy to predict, and it was really the way the show went. I did not expect half matches. I know, like me and Blake especially, we got like 1 out of 5 or 1 out of 6 predictions. It was really what we did not think was going to happen, and I liked that. There were a few surprises that I really liked too. So I think it was a pretty good show.
Yeah, I will say over the course of the last year that we've been doing this show, this was my best prediction show yet. I don't remember my stats, but I was pretty good. I think I only missed 2 out of everything. If I were to give it a rating really quick, I would give it only because of Roman, and I can't help it. I love Roman Reigns. I would give this about an 8.
Yeah, wow. I mean, I would give it probably like putting the whole show, even the pre-show together. I would give it probably around I would give it a 6, honestly. Like, I don't think it was great. I don't think it was bad though. I think it was pretty good. Like I said, the matches were good. It was what I thought was predictable was really unpredictable, and there were a lot of really cool surprises they put in it too.
Right. All right. Well, look, you know what? We're going to go ahead and get into it. Unfortunately, if any of you guys tuned in on the Facebook page, you saw that we were quite late getting there. We got there nonetheless. But Kyle Blueprint, you were watching the event while we were still rolling in the car, so why don't you give us a quick little rundown on the pre-show set?
All right, well, the kickoff show, the first match of the night was Kalisto versus Ryback for the U.S. title, and it was a pretty good match. Wasn't bad. It was a good thing. Like, it was a good match to start off the entire night. It was good. We saw Kalisto though beat Ryback by. He kind of drop toe hold Ryback into an exposed turnbuckle and hit him with the Salida del Sol, and that was the end of the match. Him winning. I think it was good. He retained it. That was one of our predictions of him winning, so we all got that one right. Next match of the night was the. Oh, what are you going to say about that?
I said, yeah, we were all 1 for 1 at that point.
Yeah, we were. And next one was Total Divas versus Team Bad and Blonde. And this, I mean, I didn't expect to see such a good match of them because they're not the best divas on the roster, in my opinion, even though there's 10 of them. I thought they put on they definitely put on a show. They definitely helped the women's division a lot. And we saw Team Total Divas come out with it. And something cool, too, is that Nikki Bella came out at the end to celebrate with them. She had a neck brace on, yes, but she came out in her ring gear to celebrate with the Total Divas. And you and Blake did get that prediction right. You did. I got it wrong. Oh, okay. I did think the Total Divas were going to win, but I went with Team Bad and Blonde because I don't like Eva Marie. But, yeah, Total Divas definitely deserved to win that one, though.
All right. Now, what was it? Wait, see. Yeah, I forgot we did call Total Divas on that. Man, that's one of those matches that I was really. There's 2 matches that I was truly upset that we missed from the pre-show, and that was one of them. I was really looking forward to seeing that match.
I wasn't.
You weren't. I just wanted to see Paige, dude. I wanted to see Paige. That's what it was.
I don't care about the divas other than the triple threat match that happened.
I think it was cool to see Lana.
See, that's another thing. Nobody's seen Lana in a while. Now, y'all bear with me if I get a little stuttery because I'm trying to be sure I take the right freaking shit. See, I'm not. See, I'm sitting here trying to drive and I'm going the wrong damn direction. Anyway, sorry guys. God, serious. I'm in a city that I'm so not used to driving through. So I'm in Dallas. I probably look like a drunken moron because I just switched 4 fucking lanes to get over. But anyways, next match.
Yeah, the last match on the pre-show was the Usos versus the Dudleys, and this again wasn't really a high anticipated match, but again, I do think it was a really good tag team match. Definitely had its ups and downs. I think it was good personally. I think it was a pretty damn good match to end the pre-show, and we saw the Usos won the match by super kicking Devon. They won just pretty much clean, that kind of thing. Dudley started beating them down. They both brought out tables. It looked like the Usos were going to go through the tables, but they didn't. They ended up putting the Dudley boys on a table each and then splashing onto them. So, I mean, that was pretty cool. I would rather see Dudley's put the Usos through a table, but I mean, seeing them go through a table either way was definitely a cool thing to see.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely could see the whole Dudley's putting Usos through the table. This is my take on that. I think WWE is really trying to pass the torch on all factors. They've got Foley giving Ambrose his old, the bat with the barbed wire. You've got Undertaker basically handing the reins of the Dark Kingdom to Bray. I mean, it's slowly been happening pay-per-view by pay-per-view. So I really think that tonight, the fact that they've been letting the Usos do the table thing, I think this is kind of the Dudleys handing the Usos. Maybe the Usos are going to start being that hardcore tag team. And that's the way I'm seeing it, because I don't know if you've noticed, but every pay-per-view has had some sort of passing of the torch, at least the last few anyway. So that's the way I see it. The way I look at it is I think with the Dudleys losing, it's them kind of passing the torch, and I think the Usos were very, very face friendly. They were very crowd friendly. They were almost Bailey nice, if that makes sense.
The Roman Reigns.
What about Roman Reigns?
Roman Reigns in the tag team division.
Yeah, exactly. They were Roman Reigns in the tag team division. They were a bit too nice. I think with this whole table thing, I really think that it's handing the torch, and they're going to become the new hardcore tag team champions. Well, you know what I mean, not champions, but they're going to be that hardcore tag team that the Dudleys were.
Blake? Really not a lot for me to say. I don't have anything to say about these matches, because I really don't care about them.
Well, plus it's a little hard for us to really get into it too much, because we did miss these first few matches. But moving on, really quick. Let's see, what's the record at this point? Let's see. So the record on the second match was.
I'm 3 for 3.
Blake was 3 for 3. I was.
We went perfect for the pre-show.
Actually, yeah. You know what? I just thought about it. We were 2 for 3 at this point, Kyle, because me and you really thought that that they were going to let the Dudleys take it.
And we're going to restart at 2.
Yeah, we'll do that. So, what was the first match? You said what was it? The Intercontinental Ladder match?
Yeah, it sure was. And let me tell you, I just have to say, hands down, that is one of the big matches. It wasn't one of the matches of the night that I had called yesterday, but now that the outcome is what it was, that is one of the matches that I'm truly upset that I missed. Because, man, I wasn't joking. It was kind of a slight spoof, the fact that I said Zack Ryder. But like I explained in the show yesterday, he's been in a lot of the regular WWE Live events, and they've been giving him the push. They haven't given him the televised push, but they've been pushing him nonetheless. So I think this is them saying, you know what, we're going to give you this shot. Let's see what the fuck you can do with it.
Or it could be them saying, Kevin Owens, you've earned a spot to go for the main title.
That could be it, too. So, tell us how the match went, Colin, because we missed that one, too.
Yeah, that match really, I didn't think it was going to be that good just because, like, the people in it, the talent in it weren't, like, top tier, but they were good, and they put on a show. There was a lot of high flying, people going through ladders. It was pretty crazy. We saw, there was one time Sami Zayn dove through a ladder doing, like, a, front flip kind of thing outside of the ring, landing on some guys. There was Sin Cara jumping off, doing, like, a front flip. He jumped off of the ladder, did a crossbody kind of thing onto Cody Rhodes on a ladder. Kevin Owens did a frog splash on a Sami Zayn who was laying on the ladder. It was a pretty crazy match, and we thought this was predictable. Honestly, I said Sami Zayn. Blake even said Dolph Ziggler. I mean, you did change it, Blake, but you said Dolph Ziggler for a bit. We thought it was predictable, and the ending was Zack Ryder winning.
Okay, here's my question: since we missed it, how did he pull off the win?
Okay, well, it was The Miz standing up there, kind of being cocky, like he's about to take down the title. He was just standing ha, I'm about to win this. And then Zack Ryder came up from behind him on the ladder, pushed him down, and then pulled down the title. I was so shocked seeing that. I'm like, wow, what?
If anyone is in the chat and you have questions, our producer is trying to do the best he can with letting us know, because we are on the road. We cannot see the chat like normal. We did go to WrestleMania. Yeah, we were late, but we do not have a visual of the chat right now.
So, on that match, that puts us at, let's see, y'all were wrong. Kyle was right. That puts me at 3 and 4. That puts Kyle at 2 and 4.
We started 0 and 1. 1 and 1.
Oh, we're gonna start fresh on the main event. All right, so we'll start fresh on the main event. Y'all are 0 for 1. I'm 1 for 1. All right, next match. Last match we actually missed.
I'll tell you this. Kevin Owens, he's really proved himself, and I would like to see Kevin Owens go for the main title. I would like for him to have the main title.
I agree.
Oh, he needs to, man.
As much as I like Roman Reigns, I agree with you, because, like you were saying earlier when we were riding up to that and riding the show, Kevin Owens is such an extremely fucking nice guy, and the fact that he plays the heel as well as he does, he is a phenomenal mic guy. I say this every time. He played his Twitter, man. His Twitter, he has one of the best social fucking heels ever. I mean, he rags on everybody possible on Twitter more than he does on television, on TV. I totally agree. I think they should give Kevin Owens a chance at the title. And as much as I don't cheer Kevin Owens on most of the time, as much as I would hate to see Kevin Owens go against Roman for the title, I would be happy if he got it. He deserves it. He's busted his ass.
Anyone on that roster for Roman Reigns needs that title.
We're not going to get into that because I'm going to punch you. Anyway, so moving on. I'm 1 for 1. Y'all are 0 for 1. Second match, last match that we missed of the night. Kyle, bring it to us, brother.
Yeah, the next match that you guys missed was AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. This match that, I mean, a lot of people were not really a lot of people liked seeing it. A lot of people didn't want to see it. I know me and Blake especially, we did not want to see this match because this was Y2J versus AJ4. It already happened.
I only wanted to see it just because I wanted to see AJ live. I wanted to see AJ live.
Yeah, and they really did. I mean, okay, it was a great match, but the reason it happened for, the feud, the story behind it was not good at all. It was a terrible feud, but it was a great match. It wasn't a 5-star match. I would give probably the match, if I'm rating on a 1 to 5-star system, I'd give it a 3. It was a really good match. They did a lot of their moves. AJ did a lot of moves, which I was really happy to see. He did a 450 splash. He hit the Styles Clash. He did the Calf Crusher, all that stuff. He did a lot of things. I was happy for it, but what I wasn't happy for was the ending. The ending was the biggest issue for me. It was AJ going. He was going for a flying forearm. They like to call it the phenomenal forearm. Yeah, what were you gonna say?
Well, no, that's what I was going to say. I was going to ask you because I've noticed since I've actually gotten back off the road and been doing the shows and been able to do them with you, I've noticed you are very, very, very big on the ending of a match. And so when it comes down to it, especially since we missed it, that's what I was going to say is I know that this match and you're deciphering whether you liked it or not comes down to the ending.
I know why he's mad, though.
That's
I'm mad about it. Why would you put someone try to get him over, which is AJ Styles right now?
Right.
And to go to WrestleMania, it's like Chris Jericho went to Vince and said, "Look, man, I didn't like losing to him. I want to win."
It could be that, but look, it could also be this. It could. I mean, think about it like this. Maybe, just maybe, they're attempting to do what they attempted to do with Roman, and it didn't work out well for them, which was let him lose on a big stage, let him lose a couple times, and maybe people will grab onto him more. Like, oh damn, this motherfucker! Like, we got to support this motherfucker.
Here's the difference. Next time. Here's the difference. AJ Styles is over.
I know that AJ Styles is over. But the thing is, I think the problem and the difference between AJ Styles and Roman getting over is Roman came in with the Shield, and he came in as a heel to begin with, and he was amazing. And then when they tried, when they split the Shield up and everything, I think that's where they should have.
Well, when you have one person shoved down your throat 24/7, no matter what, we'll never have another John Cena. We'll never have another John Cena.
No, we won't. No, there will never. I truly agree with that. There will never be another John Cena in WWE.
The universe will not allow it.
In the same respect, there will never be another Sting in the WWE. There will never be another Sting in professional wrestling, and we will get to that in a little bit with the Hall of Fame coming out. But yeah, so on that match, what would you give that match? Since, like you said, we can't really rate that one. I actually know about the ending. Let's hear about the ending first.
Well, yeah, the ending was basically after AJ Styles went for the Styles Clash, Chris Jericho kicked out, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna hit the quote phenomenal forearm, which I hate that's called. It's just a flying forearm, but whatever. Yeah, he was going for it, and Chris Jericho was kind of like holding the referee, or he pushed the referee out of the way, where I guess it was kind of like he was holding the ref, so AJ didn't want to hit the ref. AJ comes off the top rope and ends up going into a code breaker from Chris Jericho, and 1, 2, 3, Jericho wins. And that was... my jaw was like on the floor. I could not believe they went that direction with it. This was AJ's moment. He deserved it. It was to end the feud. It was going to be done with Jericho forever. And this was to put him over. I know he's already over, but it was to put AJ over even more. Give him his Mania moment. I don't know why they would give it to Jericho. Why? I don't get that.
To be honest with you, they made him look weak when they restarted this feud. The entire time he looked weak. AJ can't win. Chris Jericho walks out. Chris Jericho can win when AJ walks out. They've made him look weak through the entire feud.
I'll give you that. Hey, and like I said, guys, I just want to say really quick, I do apologize if we are hard to hear. I can't really tell how loud we are necessarily. We are running a very, very small microphone rolling down the road, so I do apologize if we get a little choppy or hard to hear. But yeah, so I mean, like I said, I am a little bit upset that we missed that match. Right about that time, about the time that we were told that Jericho won the match, we were rolling up to AT&T Stadium, getting out of the car. Here's the great thing, Kyle. You're gonna love this. We look up parking before we head out. Parking's about $45, which is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
We roll in so late that we're like 4 blocks away from the building, which is great. I'd rather be further away. It's easier to get out, which I found out wasn't necessarily true. But we pull in and there's a security guard on a little golf cart. And I yell at him from the road, "Hey, where can we park?" He goes, "Just come right up here and pull in." And we pull in, and there's nobody to take money or anything. There's nobody running it because they've already basically shut it down. He goes, "Man, y'all go fucking find you a spot. Hurry up and get the hell in there, man. Y'all hurry up. Y'all just go park wherever." So, I mean, hell, we saved $45 on that, so that was killer. Right? So we jumped out, we ran inside. We walked in right at the very, very beginning of the next match, right when everything started off. So, Blake, since we were there, I'm going to let you take this next one.
Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose in a hardcore street fight.
Lunatic Fringe, except
it was not a street fight, and it wasn't hardcore at all.
It wasn't either.
It was
okay. Hold on. I will only disagree with you slightly, and that's because they used weapons, so you have to call it slightly hardcore.
Okay, it's a no disqualification.
There you go. It's what I'm saying.
Hardcore match.
Hardcore. There's blood. There's They used weapons, so you got to at least give it the no DQ. Was it a street fight? Absolutely fucking not.
I mean, we said no, and there's a guy in front of us who was a big fan, and I went up to him and I said, "Dude, NXT was more hardcore than this."
Oh yeah, and he even agreed. Yeah, I mean, and it was. My thing, like I said, is they pumped it up so long and so hard. They had Ambrose going. I mean, you saw this if you watch wrestling in general. You've been seeing this feud for the last month or two. Ambrose just constantly pushes it. So you would think that this quote-unquote street fight was going to be a really, really hardcore battle royal. And then I told the guy when the match was over that, oh shit, no, see, I start talking and I'm going to get us lost. I told the guy sitting in front of us when the match was over that was at most a decent Monday Night Raw match. And he totally agreed with me. And that's how I looked at it. Really, that's all it was. It was a Raw match, maybe even a SmackDown match. It was not a great match to me. That was the worst match of the night, and I hate to fucking say that because I love Dean Ambrose with passion. I wish I would love it when they give him a shot at the title. I'd be great with that. But to me, that was the worst match of the night. What do you think, Kyle?
Oh, I mean, I don't know if I'd call it worst match of the night. Yeah, it was a bit of a disappointment, but I think it had its moments. But I wouldn't call it worst match of the night. I would say, like, on a scale from, like, 1 to 5, I would give it probably, like, around, like, a 2 or 3 star, maybe. It was a pretty good match. It wasn't great, though. That's the problem.
See, yeah, I'd give it a 2. I mean,
it could have been so much better.
Yeah, that's the thing. Here's the thing. When they call it a street fight, you leave the fucking ring. When they call it a street fight, you leave the ringside area. When they call it a street fight, you walk through the fucking crowd and you end up in the back box. You end up throwing somebody up against a van and cracking a window and beating them up against a dumpster. That's what I remember calling a street fight when I was a fucking kid watching WWF. You know what I'm saying? So when they said street fight, I'm thinking, holy fuck, we're going to have to watch the Jumbotron because these guys are going to be all over AT&T Stadium. They barely left the ring. The only time they left the ring was to pick up weapons. I understand that, but come on, guys. You can't call it a street fight. I think that was a major fail.
That was advertisement. That was nothing but for advertisement.
That's all it was. It was to pump it up. That's what I'm saying. That was a marketing fail for WWE. I will give them. And I hate to say it, but I truly think so.
Well, I don't know. I did not like that match.
And I don't like Lesnar. I just don't fucking like Brock Lesnar.
I like Brock.
I'll give it to you this way. I like him personally because I've seen him in interviews, and he is actually a really nice guy. But whenever he comes across as a dick, he's really being a dick.
That's his job.
I mean, that's his job. Yeah, I just don't like him, and here's the reason why I don't like him. You guys might disagree with me. And I should probably have a dislike for The Rock for the same reason. I don't like Lesnar because he's one of their talents that he's not there except when the fuck he wants to be. And he'll be like, hey, I want to do this. And they're like, all right, cool, we'll go ahead and bring
We won't see Brock till SummerSlam.
Exactly, and then he disappears for 6 months. Same thing with The Rock, which we'll get into that, because that pop was fucking deafening.
The Rock only shows up once a year.
I know, and that's amazing. There's a difference in The Rock, though. The Rock is a worldwide fucking phenomenon, fucking superstar. Yes, Lesnar is a superstar, but he's not The Rock. Yeah.
Yeah, well, next week saw the Hall of Famers come out.
Okay, look, I'm going to say this one time and one time only. When the Hall of Famers came out, I'll put it this way. Last night, I did not know. We didn't get a chance to watch the Hall of Fame. I did not know that when Steve Borden came out, Sting came out, that he announced his retirement. I was sitting there trying to figure out our way to the show today. And Blake walks in with the video, and he starts showing me, and I realized it's Sting's acceptance speech. I was fine. I was like, oh, this is awesome, cool. And then he starts talking, and I don't remember what his exact sentence was because I still have yet to watch this video. But the first, 3 or 4 words out of his mouth, I knew where he was going. I looked at Blake. I said, fuck you, walk out of this room. I pushed the phone away. Sting is my #1 icon in this industry. So I couldn't watch the video because truly, 100%, I'm a big dude, and I'm a tough guy. But to hear that man retired put me in tears. And I realized that it was going to get bad tonight because, like Blake said, we had the Hall of Famers walk out. It was awesome, man. Everybody was out there. Sting wasn't out there yet. And I was doing well. I held it together. And as soon as he walked out, man, I had to, everybody was up at the edge of their seats standing up. I had to back up because I had tears flowing. I couldn't help it. That's my icon. And just in case anybody happens to be listening and they're trying to message me, I have no way to message you right now because my phone is on Skype.
The next match is probably the biggest disappointment of the whole night. I'm not gonna lie. This was the biggest disappointment of the night. The women's championship.
This is your yeah. You know what? I agree.
The new belt looks absolutely fantastic.
Not worst match, but biggest disappointment.
It was the biggest disappointment. It was a good all around match. The fact that Charlotte won the match,
I'm furious.
I don't like it. I think she didn't need to have the belt. I'm sure there's reasons behind it. I'll be reading up on it. Be sure to listen to the Monday Night Review tomorrow. Be sure to hit that like button if you do enjoy what you are hearing. And we do know the quality isn't great, but we're on the road from WrestleMania. Also hit that subscribe button. That way you never miss a show. Mondays are the Monday Night Review.
Really quick, just to throw it in there in case I forget. We are not going to be able to do it live tonight, I don't think. Maybe if we come up with it possible. But just a few minutes after we're done with this show, I am going to go ahead and do our special edition Side of Geek discussing the ins and outs of Batman vs. Superman. We did not have the opportunity to do it yesterday. If we have a way to do it, maybe if our producer wants to stick around for about 15 minutes, maybe we can throw down a quick Side of Geek. Otherwise, we are going to just pre-record it. We'll put it up on the site, and it'll be on YouTube within the next couple hours. But we are going to go ahead and move on to this match. Like you said, it was a good match.
You could tell they were nervous. There was a couple botches.
Oh, yeah. There was a couple of big botches. Like I said, it was a good match. It was not the worst match of the night. It was the biggest disappointment of the night for me, yes, because I like Charlotte. I was cheering Charlotte on like crazy at SummerSlam. I mean, at Night of Champions. There, I witnessed it. I saw it. I wanted Charlotte, but I've just grown to dislike Charlotte because they turned her into such a heel.
She's a great heel.
She's a great heel. Well, her dad was a great heel. It runs in the family.
The fact that Sasha or Becky didn't win, I don't understand. I don't understand it at all.
They should have. One of the two. And yes, I called Sasha, but I would have been fine with either one of them.
Oh, it seemed like Sasha was going to win, but if I had to give anyone who I thought looked strongest,
Becky looked strongest.
Becky was the strongest person in the match.
I was going for Sasha. Becky
Sasha was probably the weakest.
Yeah. Sasha looked like she was going. I don't know, Kyle. I don't know if you agree with this, but did it seem to you like it seemed Sasha was slacking a bit in this match? Like
I wouldn't say slacking.
Not slacking. She was going off nervous. To me, it almost seemed like she knew she wasn't going to win it, so she was just going to chill.
It was also a triple threat match.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done it before, but not in front of 101,000 people.
Right. I know we're going to get to that too. So, what did you think about this match, Kyle?
Yeah, I thought it was a great match. It really was, especially for the Divas division. That really was a great match, and I love where they put it on the card.
The women's division. Now.
Okay, I'm sorry, the women's division. I can't. There's no more Divas. Divas are dead. I got it. I'm sorry, man. But yeah, it was a great match. I love them in it though. Them three really put on a show anytime they are in that ring. That's really good to see. And one thing too. Yeah, and one thing great too, if you notice that Sasha Banks coming out in her ring attire, if you notice, they even said her pants were dedicated to Eddie Guerrero, and I thought that was really cool that she had that done too.
You know what? But yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, she did that because she even said Michael Cole quoted from her. What got her into wrestling was seeing Eddie Guerrero beat Brock Lesnar for the world title back in No Way Out 2004. So that's why she did that for him. That was really cool of her to do that.
And just to throw it out there, whenever Sasha Banks came out, my Boston girl, love you, Sasha. It was really cool because Snoop D-O double jizzle, baby, sang her out, rapped her out. That was the coolest thing ever because you know what? Not only did I get to go to, and I will go ahead and say this and we'll elaborate it more, but I got to go to a world record Guinness Book setting, largest attended WrestleMania fucking event in history. Over 101,000 fucking people. Not only do I get to say that I went to the biggest WrestleMania in history, but I get to say that even if I never make it to a concert, I got to see Snoop Dogg perform. And that was pretty fucking cool in my book.
Yeah, that really was. But the ending that's why, like, you hear me, you even said before, like, I get really caught up on endings because, like, it could be an amazing match but have a really bad ending. And it's just, this one was really weird. I mean, we'll see what happens on Raw, but for Charlotte to win is kind of, I mean, it is possible, though, that, Blake, you've been saying that Sasha's going to win, she's going to go on Raw and say, oh, I've beaten everybody, who's next, and Bayley comes out. Maybe that happens with Charlotte, because she could say she beat everybody, too.
But here's the thing. Charlotte looks weak because her dad keeps winning her matches.
That's true.
Rick is,
maybe they're
here's
doing
the
that
thing. They're going to have to throw Rick out.
Yeah.
For whatever, I'm telling you now, when Charlotte loses that title, Ric Flair is going to get thrown out of the building.
Oh, yeah.
I will say this, and this is a complaint to WWE. When Charlotte kept going for the figure eight, they would go on the jumbotron and put woo, and it's
Woo, yeah.
No, put back the other.
Oh no. Here's the thing, dude. It wasn't just a figure eight. Like, they were doing it during parts when Charlotte wasn't even pulling off a move. Like, there were people to the left, to the right, and in front of us. We were at the very back row on the level we were at, which was actually good because we were able to stand up, get up on the ledge, and we had a better, easier time. But dude, everybody around us was bitching their asses off every time they came up because we were kind of in the nosebleeds. You could see, but you really couldn't see well unless you saw the jumbotron. So the fact that they put woo up on the jumbotron every 12 seconds was really fucking irritating. Okay, here's my question, Kyle. You were watching it on the network. Did that come up on the screen, the whole screen on the network, woo, or did you actually get to see the event?
No, I got to saw the entire event. I didn't even know. I didn't, like, you guys told me about that woo that happened. I didn't even get to see that at all, so I had no idea. That does sound pretty ridiculous. I'd be pissed too.
It was, man. I'm not even kidding you. Let's say, I don't know exactly. Let's say that match was 13 minutes long. I promise you, 2 minutes of that match were woos. Seriously, every two minutes or so. It was ridiculous.
I will say this though. They did prove themselves to show that the women's division is strong.
Yeah, they did. They did a really good job.
And I'm still, with my saying of that they're going to main event something soon.
You know what? I think that would be a smart move because here's the thing, man. Women have always been into wrestling, obviously. But the Divas Revolution, even though that they've pulled it back from the Divas Revolution and they're changing it, the Divas Revolution did a lot for women in wrestling.
Well, the women's division was never respected. Like
I know, it never was.
Personally, the ending, I didn't like it. I didn't like that Rick held Sasha back and that Becky tapped out. I don't know. This was the biggest disappointment of the night, 100% for you. Yes.
Kyle, what about the ending?
Oh wait, what was that? What is this big disappointment or what?
What did you think about the ending on this one? Hey, by the way, I figured it out. I'm gonna start calling you Kyle Ending.
All right, but yeah, this ending just I don't like, especially with Rick like holding on to Sasha so she couldn't get in. I don't like that at all. I really don't. I wish, like what Blake said, that Rick would got thrown out and it would have been a better ending. I think that would have been better. But I guess we'll see on Raw how this ending plays out, because that's really going to be like, will that make the ending better and worth it, or will it be the ending still be shit?
Kyle, what have you told me for months that WrestleMania is for storylines?
You're gonna have a fresh memory. What is it?
WrestleMania is supposed to be the pinnacle of this.
What did he say?
He said you have to refresh his memory.
No, you told me that WrestleMania is the end of all the storylines.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
That is true. Yeah.
This storyline was not ended.
No.
Yeah,
but like you said a minute ago, though, I could understand if it works out that they wanted Charlotte to keep the title just to go into tomorrow night for Bayley to come out and challenge her. Because Bayley wasn't going to. I don't think they were going to. It would have been smart to bring Bayley out at WrestleMania, unless, and I could have seen that tonight too, where Charlotte wins and then Bayley's music hits and she comes out and challenges her tonight, like say tomorrow night or something. Right. But I'm totally down with you. I will actually make that call as well. I'll go with you on that. I can see Bayley showing up in Raw tomorrow night and throwing something on. So
I don't know.
I'm going to make that call.
The creative team is now throwing up so much shit. It's just
they
like,
are.
what the fuck are you guys doing?
They are.
So the next match is, if I'm not mistaken, the Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, Women's Championship, Hell in a Cell. The moment
The
Shane
match,
O'Mac's
to
video
be
came
completely honest with you, the match wasn't great until Shane cut the hinges,
Yeah,
hinges
yeah.
on the cage,
They
and
were just kind of
Undertaker
beating,
threw him
just
through
kind
it,
of beating on each other.
and then Taker or Shane had a sleeper hold on Taker. He got thrown through it. They both went through a table. Taker went on the table, and then Shane climbed on top
Oh my God! And let me
of the
tell you,
cage, and Shane died.
not only are you saying Shane died. Okay, well look, from the beginning of the match, not only was this no, no, you're right, because the Battle Royal was after Hell in a Cell. You're right about that. This was the biggest pop of the night so far. The moment Shane O'Mac's video started on the Jumbotron, this place fucking erupted into Shane O'Mac. All right, I don't remember exactly how it was saying, but yeah, it erupted. Same thing with Undertaker. It was a huge
It was
pop.
Undertaker,
Shane
Shane O'Mac.
O'Mac. Yeah, it was great, dude. The feeling, Kyle. I feel so fucking bad that you were not able to make this trip. And I'm going to tell you now, we've got a buddy. And hey, Josh, if you're listening, bro, I appreciate you giving us the updates all night as well. You and Kyle kept us in the loop while we were on the road. But Kyle, we've been talking to a buddy of ours, and we're trying to plan. We've got a year to plan it. We're trying to plan a triple threat in Orlando next year. We're trying to hit NXT, WrestleMania, and Monday Night Raw the following year.
Oh man,
So,
we got to do that.
we got a year to work this out, so that's what we're trying to pull off. But man, I'm telling you, the pop was so fucking electric.
This crowd was electric tonight.
Yeah, it was.
And here's the thing: we're a Southern crowd, and this crowd went fucking bananas on everything.
Look, I'll put it this way: it was like, and this is gonna sound dumb, but man, we're in Texas, and I'm not from Texas, but this is how I'm gonna put it. This crowd was like, we were at AT&T Stadium, and George Strait was playing a full sold out show, and he was playing his last song. He ended his song, he took his hat off and raised it in the air. That's how loud this place fucking was.
I wouldn't say that. The Cowboys won the game in 11 seconds.
No, here you go. Even better. The Cowboys just won the Super Bowl.
In Cowboy Stadium.
In Cowboy Stadium. That's how loud this fucking pop was for Shane and the Undertaker.
Yeah, it was, here's the thing. Out of Texas doesn't have a history of having great crowds, but Dallas usually has really good crowds.
Oh, yeah. Well, dude, in the stadium, hands down, I don't like the Cowboys. I like the Cowboys when I was a kid, but I'm from Boston. I'm a Patriots fan. This stadium is probably the most beautiful stadium I have been in.
Lots of stairs. I learned today that I'm very out of shape.
Oh, yeah. It took us about 15 minutes just to walk up to our section. But, no, seriously, this stadium was one of the most beautiful stadiums, inside and out, all the way around the place. It was gorgeous, Kyle. You fucking trip, man. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it really looked great from there. Like, watching the stage, too, like, how they did that, the stage looked great. Like, when all the superstars coming out, that was awesome, man.
The cool thing was, even though we were up in the nosebleeds, our angle on it, like, you can see if you go on the Wrestling Rocks page, and if you go on my page, my personal page, if you send me a friend request, I'll absolutely accept you. I put videos up of almost every match, every entrance. But our view, man, I've got some pictures up there. And we had such an awesome angle view because to the right, let's say in one of my shots, to the right you had the whole entrance area. Right there to the left of the shot, you had the actual ring, and directly above it, the Jumbotron. But the angle we had, you could see the whole stage set up, and it was just like you said, it was awesome. It was a beautiful setup, man.
I will say this: Shane did pull coast to coast. And Undertaker messed with the trash can, and it looked like the way he put it could have really hurt him.
Yeah.
But Shane missed Undertaker. Undertaker rolled out of the way, and right then there's, I told Krys. I immediately told Krys he just lost his match.
Oh yeah, he turned to me as soon as Undertaker rolled. Yeah, Blake turns like, no, that's it. He just lost the match. Shane's dead. Shane's dead. They might as well put him in a coffin. He's dead. So, in case you didn't catch it, in case you missed it, Shane climbed all the way up to the top of the cage, pulled the leap of faith, and I love it. The cool thing I love about the leap
of faith. It was anticipation too. He stayed up there for a bit.
He stayed up there for a good minute and a half. This is what I love about Shane. And it's just the little things. It's that crossing himself before he does that jump. There's something about that gives it that extra emotion. You know what I mean? Just the fact that he's like, please let me survive.
He does one thing wrong, he dies.
Yeah, I know. If he makes the slightest of an error in that, dude, you've got it. I'm going to kick Blake, by the way, Kyle. We're working on one set of headphones, and he keeps putting his elbow on my earpiece and pulling it out. But no, I mean, like, seriously, when he went up top, I don't know if you can tell, man, my voice is shot. But when he did that, when he crossed himself right before I jumped, it went from a pop to, I wouldn't say
Holy
crickets.
shit, Chance.
I wouldn't say crickets. It went silent for a minute, and then right before he jumped, it went holy shit. But man, he like I said, Undertaker rolled out, and that was it. Blake called it.
I guarantee you we will see Vince McMahon tomorrow talking a bunch of shit to Shane, and we will not see Shane McMahon again.
Okay, so like, that's what we're going to do really quick. My call on that is that... Did I just pull yours out? We're fighting over your phones. My call on that is that although Shane lost, he's gonna still be part of the company because the dude is a marketing genius. He really is. They may not use him visibly, but he's gonna be there to help. I mean, they wouldn't just bring him back for that.
He left the WWE for a reason, to show that he can do stuff on his own. Yes, he is a marketing genius, but I don't see him returning full time. A short-term contract.
Yeah, but the thing is, he signed a short-term performance contract. That doesn't mean that he still owns a majority of that company too. So he doesn't have to sign a contract.
Well, technically, he doesn't own anything now.
Well, if you were to really get deep into it, look at the stocks and all that bullshit, the real legalities of it, I guarantee you, him and his sister own equal parts of that company, along with maybe Triple H a little bit less.
My big surprise though is that Vince didn't walk out.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see Vince at all tonight. That was actually the one.
I was actually really surprised that we didn't see Vince at all. But we can move on to the next.
Yeah, we're totally not letting Kyle talk to you.
Wait.
Oh no, it's fine.
Kyle,
yeah, I definitely.
Let's tune in on this one.
Oh yeah, it's fine, but no, this match definitely was match of the night for me. It was great. They, like you saw, I was gonna say they put their heart and souls in it, and they really put their bodies on the line, literally. Like Shane, I knew, man, he was gonna kill himself in this match, and I don't want to say I'm glad that he did, but I'm just like, I love seeing the passion that he has. Like, he's not in that many matches, but any match that he's in, he does like everything he can to make it a 5-star match, and that's the beauty of it. And it really was that. It was a 5-star match.
His fighting style is MMA.
Yeah,
completely. And you can tell they're both out of ring shape. It was very noticeable.
Here's the thing, though. Shane has been. I think Shane was in a lot better shape than Taker.
He's been training
for
a very long time.
And here's the thing. This is why I respect Shane so much. Shane may have grown up in the wrestling community, but Shane didn't spend years and years and years and years and years trying to train to be trying to train to be a wrestler like all these guys that are in it right now. The fact that he can do some of these things, like let's say Baron Corbin, which we're going to get to, he didn't do that. He was a football fucking player. You know, I mean, Shane didn't train. Shane, that was not what he was going to do. So the fact that Shane can do what he does, the fact that he hasn't dedicated for his whole life just to that, but he can still get out there and kill himself and pull the shit off, that's why I respect that.
Yeah, I agree. But the next match was the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and Baron Corbin was in the match. He was like he came out with everyone, so it wasn't like his entrance hit.
But it was still kind of a surprise. We didn't know he was going to be their only NXT member.
Mark Henry's entrance hit, then Kane's entrance hit, then Big Show's entrance hit, and we're like, okay, and the Big Show looks at the stage, and Shaq!
No, fuck Shaq. First, before Shaq. Shaq was the last one to come out. No, Shaq was the last one to come out. The first huge surprise was Diamond motherfucking
There you
Dallas.
go. I was hoping you were going to say that, man.
Diamond fucking Dallas Page. I was over
DDP.
tears. I was screaming, dude. I don't care that he didn't win. Just the fact that I can die saying I got to see Diamond Dallas Page do a diamond cutter to at least one person live, I can die happy. I have always loved DDP. The fact that DDP came out, and then then they announced Shaq. Shaq came out.
Shaq was one of the first ones eliminated.
Yeah, Shaq was one of the first ones. Here's the big show was
in Sandow, who's been getting
wasn't that your call?
Everyone really wanted Damien Sandow to get pushed, and the reason why he didn't get pushed
is
because they wanted him. The reason why he has been on TV is because they've been pushing Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
it's the exact reason. So Damien Sandow lasted 15 seconds.
Oh yeah. He walked in. Wait, I don't remember who was it. Was it Kane? Shaq. Oh, that's right. It was Shaq. So anyway, we got them all in there. They're running around. Shaq put Sandow out. Shaq and Big Show get put out. People are dropping left and right now. No, my call on this. And here's the thing. I'm going to say this right now, and I think Kyle and Blake will both agree with me. We're not going to count this match. And the reason why we're not going to count this match in our count is because there were numerous unsuspecting members. And I'll tell you why. As soon as I realized that Baron Corbin was in this match, I looked at Blake and told Blake Baron Corbin was going to win. He even looked at the man in front of me that Baron Corbin has got this match. That's obviously. So had I known Baron match, I would have called him. He is. I have 3 favorite wrestlers in NXT right now, and they're all even dead heat, perfectly heated for number 1. Baron Corbin is one of them. So I would have called him, but since there were so many factors we didn't know, we're not going to count this one.
Yeah, and here's the crazy thing: the next match was The Rock versus the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
And
no, hold on, now you're pulling a Krys. You moved away from this match. We didn't get Kyle in it or nothing. So long story short, everybody got thrown out. Everybody got eliminated. Corbin came in last second. It ended up being Kane and Corbin. Corbin comes in, sneaks up, pushes Kane out. Baron motherfucking Corbin, my dude, my hardcore heavy metal motherfucker from NXT, left this stadium with the Andre the Giant Memorial fucking award. And the cool thing was, I wish I would have gotten a picture of the Jumbotron when he did it. But his face, it's that same face that somebody has when that title's put in their hand for the first time. You know, I truly think he earned that. So, Baron Corbin takes it. Kyle, what'd you think of that match?
Yeah, that was, like you said, there weren't, because we didn't know many factors, we couldn't really say who was going to win it. I agree with you, though. If I would have known, not even just Baron Corbin, anybody from NXT was in that match, I would have said they were going to win it. Because everybody else in it, there was nobody you could really pinpoint who was going to actually win it. And yeah, you even saw when Baron Corbin won too, when he was standing by the trophy, I saw him look away, like he had to wipe his face because he was honest. He had tears, and he had to keep that badass persona going.
Yeah, he had tears. He has that. Yeah. And here's the thing: I called Cesaro for the thing. Cesaro he wasn't even in it.
It was rumored.
He wasn't even there. It
was heavily rumored.
He was heavily rumored. He was tweeting and Instagramming all fucking day from the plate. And when somebody does that, you generally think they're doing that to build themselves up. Cesaro didn't show up. He wasn't there. So yeah, Baron Corbin takes the match. I'm happy with that. Here's my question before we move on to the next match. Does this mean that Baron Corbin winning this match, is he going to get a push up to WWE? What do you think that's going to do for him in NXT? And do you think it's going to give him a push? Kyle, you go first.
You know, I don't think it's going to move him to the main roster. I think he's going to stay on NXT, and it's just going to be kind of like he's going to have a chip on his shoulder now, that kind of thing. I don't know what it's going to really do for him. It's hard to say.
What the fuck I did?
He still has a story with Austin Aries.
Yeah, well, that's true. I forgot about the Austin Aries thing. So both. I would like to see him come up to WWE. I don't think he's quite ready, and here's the reason why I don't think he's quite ready as much as I like him. No, what are you looking at me like that for?
During the show, I say he's not ready. The fuck he's not? No, look, he deserves this.
He does deserve it. The only reason I say he's maybe not quite ready is because of, what was the name of the show? Was it Behind the Ropes?
Not just that. These mic skills aren't good.
I understand that. Roman's mic skills aren't good. They just gave him the World Championship title.
Look, Roman Reigns can wrestle.
That's true. Dude, Corbin can... Oh, you're going to piss me off.
Corbin doesn't at his own pace.
Corbin is slow. Okay, look. Corbin is Kane when Kane started. Corbin is Kane as Isaac Yankem DDS. Isaac Yankem DDS was a badass wrestler, but he was very slow and his moveset wasn't that great. Corbin is not going to be Baron Corbin forever, I promise you. When they bring him up to the roster, when he's ready, they're going to change his persona.
No.
You don't think?
No. They need heels. If they change his persona, that's a waste of a call-up.
I can see that. That would be true.
His persona is great. He needs to keep that forever.
I love his persona.
Not even just that. Why would you have him at NXT with that character and say, okay, we need you to do this now?
Yeah, I get that. I don't know. Maybe I was just going on the whole Kane changing his thing, But honestly, I think Corbin is a great wrestler. So Kane is one of your favorite wrestlers of all time. Like, would you say that when Kane was Isaac Yankem DDS, he was horrible, or would you say he was the same wrestler?
No, not at all.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
No. I mean, Kane was a better wrestler than Baron Corbin.
So as Isaac Yankem, you're saying Glenn Jacobs was still a better wrestler at that point than Baron Corbin. In his younger career? His younger career when Kane started as Isaac Yankem. He's better than Baron.
I didn't watch Isaac Yankem, so I started watching with Kane.
Yes, he started when I was young. He was Isaac Yankem DDS.
first off, all of WWF at that time, the roster wasn't good.
Yeah, dude, you were not even a thought in your mama at that point. But Kyle, how old are you, Kyle? I'm just curious. Okay, so
I'm 19.
Yeah, so see, y'all didn't get to watch this. Y'all weren't around for the WWF Attitude Era that much. Y'all definitely weren't around for the era before that with Tugboat and Earthquake and the early stages of Yokozuna. And, oh, hold on, we got to put this in the fucking Battle Royal because we totally forgot about fucking Tatanka. Tatanka was in the fucking Battle Royal. That was awesome to me, too. Those are guys that were from my childhood. So, like I'm saying, Baron Corbin to me reminds me of a young Kane. He's big, he's bulky, he can wrestle, but he doesn't have all the moves yet because he's slow and he's still working on it. But I give him the props because he's good for somebody who hasn't spent his whole life trying to become a wrestler. He was a collegiate football player. He got hurt, decided, you know what, I can wrestle. Let me try this. From what I understand, if I remember right, he's really only been at this for like 4 years. And I mean, you know what? To come in and pull off what he did tonight after only 4 years, I guarantee you there's a lot of people that are in the back of the fucking locker room a little bit ticked off about that. But the dude deserves it. So anyways, away from Baron Corbin, we are going to now move on to the, well, I won't say match of the night because it wasn't necessarily a match of the night. It was the most exciting match for me, only because, like I said before, my daughter's a huge Roman Reigns fan. I like
First
Roman
off,
Reigns.
you're wrong. Next match was...
Oh, no, I forgot. The next match, yeah, so we had The Rock come out.
The Rock comes out, and this was the biggest pop of the night.
Absolutely fucking definitely.
And he came out to announce that we broke the attendance record of 101,000 people. Bray Wyatt
worldwide Guinness Book break.
He did the whole in the millions 3 times, and the third time, oh my, the stadium shook.
Yeah, the stadium shook with the voices saying in millions. But yeah, you can actually go. I don't remember the exact number, but I took a picture of it. It's on our it's on the Facebook page. It was like almost it was like 101,001 or 200. It was the largest attended WrestleMania event in history, world record shattering. So The Rock comes out to announce that. And Kyle, what happens right in the middle of The Rock talking?
Right in the middle of The Rock talking, man, the Wyatt family decides to come out and interrupt his party kind of thing. And when they were about to get in the ring, the craziest thing happened that I didn't think was gonna happen at all. Of all people, John Cena comes out, the music hits, all that. He got a huge pop too. He really did get a big pop.
He got an enormous pop.
He got a big
I was surprised.
Pop. The crowd was surprised, but once they realized the John Cena sucks singing along, it happened.
But
I love Cena embraces it though. I love it. He just embraces it.
Yeah, he takes it because it's the same way like this when you're a musician. When you're a celebrity or a star or you're in the public eye at all, yeah, bad publicity sucks, but in the essence of it, all publicity is good publicity.
Here's
so
what's
whether
crazy.
he's getting booed or cheered, he's still being seen.
Here's what's crazy. He had an injury that would take 9 to 12 months, just like he had the same exact injury that Sami Zayn had. He came back in 3 months, if that.
But you notice he didn't do much.
He didn't do much, no, but he said in an interview, I read it the other night, he said that he's ring ready.
Yeah.
He's done so many rehabs, it's unreal.
Well, that's like Rollins. Rollins was supposed to be out, 7 to 9 months also?
Yeah, but he's in the ring right now, 9 to 12.
Yeah, and he's already, as I'm saying, Rollins worked his fucking ass off of that. But yeah, so Cena comes out. You've got The Rock and Cena in the ring. Oh man, prayers go out to those people. There was a bad wreck on this highway. So you've got Rock and Cena in the ring, beating the hell out of the Wyatt family. It was pretty great. And here's the thing: the first thought that came to my brain is, damn, that's really cool because think of the feud that The Rock and Cena have had in the past. To have them in the ring beating the fuck out of some guys together and working together, that was great. In fact, I thought it was what Blake said too, because Blake looked at me and said something about watch. Cena's about to turn heel.
I didn't say that.
You didn't? No, that was the guy sitting in
The
front
guy
of us.
said Cena needs
That's
to turn
right.
heel. Cena needs to turn heel.
Yeah.
He's looking at him. He needs to turn.
That would have been smart though, because Cena really was kind of eyeballing The Rock a couple times. I actually kind of respected it once they got the guys out. Cena turning on The Rock, but it was cool. Cena pulled The Rock in, gave him a hug, and you can see the words on his mouth. He says, "Hey man, thank you so much. This is great. Thank you again. This is awesome. Thank you. And man, it was cool. You know, we got to see The Rock wrestle. We got to see Cena wrestle. We got to see a lot of stuff so far in the evening that I didn't expect.
I will bring up the next match.
Go ahead.
It is a world title, and I'm just letting everyone know because Krys is biased because he likes it. This match, the crowd was quiet. The crowd was dead.
The crowd was not dead. Go watch.
He got booed.
He got
out
booed.
of the building. As soon as Triple H's music, by the way, best entrance I've ever seen. As soon as Triple H's music quit,
Hold on.
he got booed out of
on the
the
entrance.
stadium.
We're moving in too fast. It was one of the coolest entrances I've ever seen. But I didn't like the Stephanie thing, and here's the reason. Either they didn't have her audio turned up properly, or she just wasn't being loud enough or strong enough.
That was through the whole night, though.
The Rock was a little bit hard to understand. I did not, and I don't know if Kyle I'm sure they probably had a better feed coming through the network. Kyle, did you understand what Stephanie was saying when she was talking?
I mean, I understand a few things. I didn't understand way too much. She was just saying stuff like, I couldn't understand much of it. It was just like, I saw her mouth, like her lips moving. I couldn't understand much of that.
That's to say you couldn't really, and in live in the stadium, you couldn't hear it at all. I could not hear it in the slightest. What? Kyle. Oh, can't. No play. Never mind. Oh, anyway, sorry, we're trying to work the show out here. I did not in the slightest expect. I didn't expect a lot of that. Honestly, it just came through. I mean, it was great.
I mean, there's not really to say. I mean, Roman Reigns won. It was it was very typical for a main event. It really wasn't exciting at all. I will say this though, I'm in disbelief. We had a family of 2 kids right beside us, and as soon as this event they start,
As soon as they're walking out,
they go home.
Yeah, they pick up and leave 5 seats extra right next to us.
The only thing I can think of is the fact that the kids had school tomorrow, but why would you buy WrestleMania tickets to leave at the main event?
Yeah, it was crazy. My only other thing about the intro, really quick, is I truly expected an entrance like Triple H's, what was it, last year? Triple H walked out with nothing, no badass gear, no nothing on Stephanie.
Yeah.
Stephanie was wearing the badass gear. Triple H walked out with his belt around his waist, that was it. I was a bit disappointed in that. I wanted to see the King of Kings dressed decked out, you know?
And, obviously Roman Reigns won. I'm calling this predictable Mania.
Now here's the thing though. When Roman Reigns won, it was, and you can disagree with me all you want, we can go back and watch it. It was 50-50.
Oh, it was.
Cheers and booze. It was. You agree?
We were in the PG.
The problem is that you're so biased against Roman Reigns that the whole place could have been cheering and you'd still say they were all booing.
No. Here's the thing. The lower part of the stadium was the smart crowd, the people that can afford the good tickets. But the upper deck was the PG crowd. So obviously we're going to hear the PG crowd louder than we're going to hear the lower crowd.
That's not necessarily true because all those roars and stuff were coming from down under.
Yeah, we could understand them.
Well, no. That you could tell it was loud.
But I will tell you this. Did Roman get a small pop? But it wasn't 50-50. It was more of a booze, 75%, 25%.
No way. Maybe 60-40.
Nope.
What do you think, Kyle? And obviously you weren't in the arena, but from what you could hear, just saying live, what would you think it was? I mean, do you think it was pretty even?
Yeah, what I heard, mainly, it was a kind of a difference though. It was like as soon as Roman got the pin, there was a big pop of cheers, but when it went on a little bit, he was walking around with the title, going on the top of that kind of thing, you could really hear the boos coming out. But it was, like I said, as soon as he won a couple minutes after, it was like cheers and pops, that kind of thing, but there was when it thinned out, there were a lot more boos though. You could really tell. And on Raw, you're going to hear it even more. It's not going to be pretty on Raw.
Oh, yeah. Now, the cool thing, though, is there were boos going on like crazy. Again, like you said, once you started walking around and it all died down, people started booing. Except, and this was very, very awesome of the WWE fans, the WWE Universe, the respect that they had for Roman Reigns' little girl. Because when the crew members walked out Roman Reigns' little girl out to the ramp to come say hi and take pictures with him and let him hug her and everything, all the boos stopped. It didn't. There was no pop or nothing. People were clapping and cheering a bit, but the boos stopped. And I give the WWE Universe that they respected the fact that whether they liked this man or not, this is his little girl, and this is a moment for them, you know. And I totally respected that. I thought that was really cool.
Roman Reigns has had his WrestleMania moment. It's time to move on.
He has. I'll give you that. I give you that. He's had his moment.
Get the title off his waist.
Yeah. But what they need to do is, if they take the title, they need to work on it.
He needs to turn heel.
Let him turn heel. That's fine. I'm still going to support him. He got his title. I'm happy.
He turns heel. I'll support him.
Good. And that's what I'm saying. And I told you, you know, all I wanted him to do was get the title and not have it taken away. Right.
Here's the thing. He comes into this match with the same moveset he does on Monday Night Raw, the same moveset he does on other pay-per-views. It was nothing special. Triple H had a way better match than Roman Reigns did. That's just, I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. And not for nothing, though. I know, obviously, you know, they knew at some point it was going to happen. I dislike Stephanie just because I'm kind of supposed to. She's the authority. When it comes down to it, she's pretty damn good at coming out there and doing her shit just like her dad is. She plays a badass freaking heel. Man almighty, that girl is going to be sore as fuck tomorrow.
She got spear.
That spear that she took from Roman Reigns, dude, that was a spear that would have big shit hurt tomorrow. And yeah, Stephanie may have some big old bitties, man, but she's still a petite little woman, man. She took a hardcore spear from Reigns. I give Stephanie major fucking props on that. I don't know if they showed it on the network, but about 7 or 8 minutes after the event was technically over, people were starting to shuffle out. They were still checking on Stephanie. She still hadn't gotten up. They finally got her up off the ground. They, like, 3 people helped her to get up into the stage so she could go up there with Triple H. And as her and Triple H embraced each other, gave each other hugs and everything, everybody stopped and started cheering. That was very cool, too. So I totally give Stephanie 100% props on that. Never seen that girl take that kind of beating.
All right, so I have a couple questions.
No.
I'm just saying, from a wrestling standpoint, NXT destroyed WrestleMania.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to agree.
Personally, I was not nearly as excited when it came to the wrestling standpoint. Now, the fireworks,
The overall emotionalness, the feeling.
The emotional wise, I was not as emotional for WrestleMania as I was for NXT. I was more into it.
Let me take emotional.
The after
the je ne sais quoi, the oomph, you know. And like I said, a lot of it has to do with. I guarantee you, if we would have been at NXT, I might actually be with you a little bit more on it. It's just because we were actually in person for WrestleMania that I put WrestleMania above NXT. I won't take anything away from NXT. Wrestling-wise, absolutely great WrestleMania.
I mean, but here's the thing: NXT was more physical.
Yeah, it was.
Everything.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the thing: they didn't have any pyro. They didn't have any of that. Just a stage, walk down in a ring, and that was it. And like I said, I think that was without a doubt the best wrestling event I have seen in years. WrestleMania 32, I will not say that. I think WrestleMania 31 and 30 were better than 32.
Now, as for seeing wrestling events in years, I am going to tell you this. I've watched a lot of independent wrestling, and I'm going to give a little shout out to my boy AJ Rush. He's an independent wrestler at Hurricane Pro Wrestling. They're local in Beaumont. They actually do a lot of work with all the Texas independent circuits. They have a really, really good tie-in with Booker T and Stevie Ray and their company up in Houston. But I just want to give them a little plug really quick because, number one, those guys are awesome. We went to their event, what was it, about 3 weeks ago, a month ago. I will tell you what, man, I have seen a lot of independent wrestling. These guys here locally, back where we actually do our show from, the other side of Houston, they have got some real fucking talent. And, I mean, it's just, you know, so I want to give a big shout out. We're attempting to actually do the next event live from their show. Probably just be an audio, but we're going to try to give you guys a little commentary for Hurricane Pro independent wrestling. So you guys keep an eye out for that. I just wanted to put that in there while I'm thinking about it. And my boy AJ, he's the current, if I remember right, he's the current cruiserweight champion on this independent circuit. He actually won the championship a couple weeks ago. No, he didn't win it. He held on to it. My bad.
He didn't hold on to it.
No, he didn't hold on to it. He won it. He lost it. Oh, that's right. He did lose it. Anyway,
no, he didn't lose it either.
Yes.
It wasn't on the line.
You sure it wasn't on the line?
Yeah.
Okay. Either way, AJ, my boy, we're gonna fucking. He's gonna be our local independent wrestler of the month. We're going to feature him. We're going to try to get him in the studio at some point this week and kind of have an interview with him. If you guys get a chance, look him up on Facebook. Look up Hurricane Pro Independent Wrestling out of Beaumont, Texas. Look up AJ Rush. Like him, friend him. He's an amazing wrestler. I'm telling you, this is a guy, and he's a little dude. He's a little dude. He's a high flyer like a motherfucker. He's a really good friend of mine. You guys need to keep an eye out for AJ Rush. I'm telling you, this guy's going to do.
So Kyle, what was better, WrestleMania or NXT?
Yeah, I could say unlike you guys, where you guys like saw Mania in person, so you're no offense, you're a little bit biased. I mean, you know that already, right? Well, me, I mean, yeah, I would definitely, yeah, from like a wrestling standpoint, definitely take over for sure. It was just you could just also see like the passion that the guys put in their matches though too. You could see like the difference in passion, in my opinion. You could definitely see that difference.
I was at WrestleMania, and 100% I agree. NXT TakeOver was a lot better than WrestleMania.
Here's my thing on that with you mentioned the passion. That's the cool thing about it, and why I say especially the emotionalness was stronger in NXT. Think about it like this. Yes, all these guys in WWE that are already on the main roster are really trying their asses off because they want to stay there.
Yeah.
But these guys that are NXT, they have, I truly feel in a way, not completely, but in a way, they have more passion because they're not there yet.
Exactly.
You know, so
they have like more to work for, kind of thing.
Yeah, they have more to lose at this point.
Exactly.
Well, you know what? Actually, let me take that back. They don't necessarily have more to lose because once you're on the main roster, you can lose the main roster. And that's true. They have more to work for, so they have a stronger ambition towards it. And I think that's why I'll agree with you guys. The wrestling, the technicality, not the theatricalness, but the overall wrestling. Yeah, NXT was better. But I have a question for you guys. Now, NXT was better wrestling-wise, but do you think that Monday Night Raw might have any chance of blowing either of them out of the water? Either. Not just NXT, but WrestleMania as well.
See, I don't think you can compare Monday Night Raw to that.
But it's the Raw right after WrestleMania.
Still, I mean, unless they put the titles on the line, which they're not going to do. They're not going to put the title on the line. They just won't. Unless they put that title on the line and we see something we wouldn't expect, let's say, it's not going to happen. Let's say like Samoa Joe comes up, so put the title on, let's go. And Samoa Joe wins, then we can say, oh, this is something good. But no, I think the only thing that this will be is the fact that we could see returns and debuts.
Right.
And that leads me to, we're not about to ask, who debuts tomorrow?
Ooh, that's...
Oh, man.
Personally, it's between 3 people.
All right, so
or technically 4, but one's a team. Enzo and Cass.
Ooh.
Because they went the roadblock at the end of their story with the Revival, and they haven't been on NXT since.
Yep.
Bailey or Samoa Joe. Those are my 3. I think Enzo and Cass have a bigger chance.
All right, now out of those 3, if you had to pick only one showing up, who's it?
Personally?
Yep, personally. No, not personally.
That's so hard because I would love to see all 3.
I would too. Just pick one. If you had to pick, I'm making you pick.
With the division that needs the most, I would have to go with Enzo and Cass.
Okay. I actually on that. This is who I think is going to debut. I think with Zayn losing to Nakamura, I think it's going to be down to either Bailey, Sami Zayn. I actually have to go.
Sami Zayn. He's already debuted.
Well, I know he's debuted, but okay.
Not a rookie. He's
fine. I'll
already
pull
debuted
that
on
out. All right, then we'll go. I completely agree with you on Samoa Joe with the way that turned out.
By the way, that match originally Samoa Joe was going to win that match Friday. They changed it last minute.
Yeah. So I'll go with you either with Samoa Joe, Bailey, or Enzo and Cass. I actually would agree with you on all 3 of those. If I had to pick, I think Bailey's going to walk out just because of the way that the women's thing went tonight. I really, truly, and I called this earlier, I think Bailey's going to walk out and challenge Charlotte. I think they're going to start a feud. Kyle, on you.
Let me before you go, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know because that story with Becky and Sasha isn't over.
Yeah.
So
what if Bailey gets involved in it?
That would be hard. That would be very hard.
What if they brought Bailey in and she took Charlotte's side?
No, she's not going to go.
You don't think?
No way. No in hell. The only way I can see Bayley getting involved is Charlotte comes out and Sasha and Becky don't say anything, and she says, "I'm putting my title on line. Anyone out there, walk out. Let's go." And then Bayley comes out and wins, so you can see a bit more. That's like a needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
So Kyle, go ahead. What do you do?
Who do you think's going to debut? Pick 3 and then narrow it down to 1.
I mean, okay, the only 3 that really makes, the only people that make sense to me were the people that Blake said, but my opinion is that I can't see Joe being with it. Even though how TakeOver went, I don't foresee Joe being with it. I think he's going to stay on NXT for a while. Bayley, the issue with that is that how the triple threat match went, it's that like nothing's really resolved. It's just Charlotte came out with the victory because Rick interfered, so we could see that still going. And then at Enzo and Cass, I can't see them debuting just because we still have issues, which we did not bring up actually about another match that happened was New Day against League of Nations. League of Nations ended up winning that match, and they still haven't.
I forgot about that match.
Yeah, and that wasn't for the titles though. League of Nations did win. They beat the New Day, but it was not for the title, so they still have an issue there. So I can't really see Enzo and Cass just coming in and being just debuting, because it'll be where I think they should debut where they'd be going after the champions kind of thing. So I think they're going to hold off on them. I think a possibility though that we haven't touched on yet is maybe we see Bullet Club debut. Maybe that's a possibility. Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows. That's still possible.
See Bullet Club debut. That means.
I think that's a strong possibility.
But do you think? But Finn Balor has the championship.
No, but here's the thing. That has been rumored for so long that this is from not just Wrestling
I would
Observer.
love for Finn Balor.
People have said that a lot of the articles and sources have said that the Bullet Club or whatever they're going to call themselves is coming up tomorrow.
Well,
and I think that's going to happen. That's my prediction.
And by the way, we didn't mention Baron Corbin could come up after tonight.
I don't think he will.
I totally didn't even think about that. Yeah, I could.
I don't think he will,
though. But he's got too much going on.
I don't think he will either. But also, Kyle, here's an argument towards Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe did an interview, and he basically said, he got asked, when are you getting called up soon? He basically said, can't say, time will tell. Just that's all I'll tell you. So, or he said, stay tuned. So basically, I think he'll get called up soon.
Well, okay, think about what AJ Styles was doing. Right before he was doing that same kind of thing. He was doing the hits, he was dropping hits. Well, I can't really tell you, but just keep watching. Like at that right before he showed up at the Royal Rumble. At that, that wasn't even a WWE sponsored event. I don't think that was like an independent something.
Ring of Honor.
Yeah, that's right. It was Ring of Honor, and he said, I can't quote exactly, but he said, I don't know if they're going to bring me to the Rumble, but I can tell you this: if they bring me to the Royal Rumble, I'm going to be doing this for every one of you motherfuckers out there that supports me, and I will do this, and I will kick ass. And sure enough, he showed up. So I really think Samoa Joe could show up just with his little intros.
Yeah. I think Enzo and Cass have the biggest chance because the tag team division is very weak. I don't see League of Nations. I think the story is over with League of Nations. League of Nations
no, it's not.
It's not over. Shut up.
I was going to say, so do you think they're going to break up League of Nations?
No, I'm talking about the story.
Just that storyline?
No, it's not over yet.
So,
what do you mean? No, because the issue is that League of Nations beat New Day, pretty much. I mean, okay, they didn't beat him straight up, obviously, but they did win the match, and it wasn't for the titles. So now it's okay, so League of Nations beat the champions, now they get to go up for the titles. So we still have that storyline still going on, though.
You've got an argument. New Day's already beaten League of Nations twice for the titles.
But League of Nations won at Mania. So that's still, they have to go for the titles. There's no way the storyline's done. It can't be done.
And clean.
It was, but here's, okay, look, I have to bring this up.
Hang on, was it clean?
It was, no, it was not clean. No, it was not a clean win.
Okay, then we can't go off and say they're definitely getting a shot. We'll see tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not saying they could definitely get a shot. I'm saying, no, they're definitely, the storyline's not over yet. It's not over yet.
Right. Now, I do have to say this only because we did forget this match a few minutes ago. The thing that I missed the most, and when we started the show, I mentioned it, but I forgot. The thing that I missed the most, the thing that probably saddens me the most about how late it was the event, is the fact that I missed, and this is where it comes down to, I have a toss-up on my all-time favorite wrestler, because when it comes to my all-time favorite wrestler, wrestling moves, style, everything, Shawn Michaels, HBK, all the way since I was 4 years old watching the Rockers. When it comes to my all-time favorite icon, generalized, it's Sting on the ground. I am absolutely devastated that I missed Stone Cold, Mick Foley, and Shawn Michaels coming.
Oh my God, it was insane.
beating the fuck out of League of Nations.
We heard that crowd.
Oh, dude, we were like 4 blocks from the stadium, just getting out of the car, walking towards it, and you could hear the crowd inside the stadium. It was ridiculous. I can't tell you this. When we get back this morning, because it's going to be about 5 o'clock by the time we get home, I am going to get on the network so I can watch that. I have to see that.
You definitely need to. It was great to see.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to watch it. All right, so really quick, I do have to change my pick really quick, though, because I forgot. Even though the Austin Aries stuff is going on, I actually think Corbin could come up this year.
You know, we didn't get into it, and he still has that big storyline with Austin Aries. That match, you know, like I told the guy in front of me, and I've said it all weekend, the weakest match of that card was Austin Aries versus Baron Corbin, because Austin Aries couldn't be comfortable with Baron Corbin or against Baron Corbin at all. I don't blame.
You tell that they hadn't really fought each other.
Here's the thing, though. I do not put the blame on Austin Aries at all. It was like Baron Corbin, like Austin Aries go up and he looked like he wanted to go belly to belly, you know, off the top rope, and it was like Baron Corbin was like, no, I'm walking away, and you'd have to, you know.
But see, okay. And that's where I agree with you, but I don't think you can really put the blame on Baron Corbin either, because that's like, let's say if we took that to WWE, that would be like, I'm going to give you 2 examples. That'd be like trying to put Rey Mysterio Jr. or Kalisto up against Big Show or Kane. 2 totally different fighting styles. You got Aries, who's a speed fighter, and you've got Corbin, who's a slow, bulky fighter.
But Big Show and Kane can play off the.
They can, and that's where you're right with the whole thing.
Baron Corbin's just like, fuck it, I'm not dealing that.
Yeah. So, all right, so we're going to drop this. Overall, all the matches and everything. Oh, Blake. I love it when Blake puts up his fingers. He's like, fuck him.
Just most disappointing match of the night.
Kyle, most disappointing to you. Not worst match, just most disappointing outcome.
Most disappointing outcome. Oh, no, that's easy. AJ Styles against Jericho. That's most disappointing.
Okay,
Easy.
and just worst match.
Worst match, like performance-wise, are we going?
Yeah, just worst match where you're like, what the fuck was that?
Oh man, that's hard to say because I mean they weren't bad. They were all pretty much good. But are we including pre-show too?
Yeah, sure. No, actually, no. Just main show.
Just the main show. Okay.
Main show.
I'm gonna say New Day against League of Nations. It really was just like a whatever kind of match, nothing special, just same moves, same whatever.
All right, I'm gonna let Blake go last.
I can't choose worst match because of when we got there. Most disappointing match, I've already said it, was
worst match that you saw.
Worst match that I saw.
Because I have a feeling we might agree with the League of Nations thing, except we didn't get to see.
Here's the thing. The worst match that I saw, where I was just not into it at all. You're not gonna like that I'm saying this. It was the main event.
Wow.
But then again, you were into it. I wasn't.
Into it. Yeah.
Wait. Most disappointing was the Divas or the women's match.
All right, I will agree with you on the disappointing. That was the most disappointing match for me. Worst match, yes, I did miss some matches. Worst match of the night I saw, unfortunately, was the first match I saw, Ambrose and Lesnar.
No time out. Redo it. Worst match was that match.
Thank you. I was waiting. I figured you were going to say that. It was not a street fight.
Here's the thing. I went to that event, and I've already forgotten about that match.
Yes, and so that tells you that's worst match. Like I said, we might possibly disagree had we have seen the New Day and League of Nations match, but I really doubt it. Because as much as I hate to say I like the New Day, I like the New Day. They pulled together a good gimmick, and so
this match of the night was the women's match.
I'll give you that.
Because the only reason I say it was disappointing was the outcome. That was a great fucking match. And they had really good time on it.
See, I don't agree, but I can agree, but that's not my pick as well. It was a great match. The outcome wasn't that great. My best match, unfortunately, best match of the night for me. Here's I have to put a toss up out there though, because it's kind of a wishy-washy thing. There's 2 different instances in it for me. Best match of the night for me personally was Hell in the Cell. Because here's my thing. When Undertaker won and they zoomed into him and he finally looked up and started looking around at the crowd, I don't know what you saw on the network watching it, but Undertaker started to cry. They had to pull the camera off him because he started to cry. All that tells me is the rumors going around that this could be his very last match are probably fucking true, because that man does not cry. And I guarantee you, if you go back and look at the end of that match, They stayed on him. He started tearing up really bad, and they pulled the camera somewhere else. So
yeah, actually, I changed my mind. That's my match of the night. I changed my mind. I forgot about that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the Hell in the Cell. Now, the reason why, and I'll get to my flip in a minute, I'm going to be very upset, very, very honored that I got to, but very upset if in a single year I got to witness, but in the same respect, had to witness not only Sting's final match of his career, but The Undertaker's. It's an amazing thing to be able to say, but it kind of stabs a knife into my heart. That would almost kind of be the best match, just because of what I get to experience with my daughter and let her know what you wanted to happen. Because all that's going to do for her is make her want her dream more. So, in my personal choice, it was Hell in a Cell. In an overall choice, it would have to be the final match. And it doesn't have anything to do with Roman Reigns personally. It has to do with bigger factors in life.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Like I said, guys, before we sign off,
You want me to do it?
we'll each give our little we're gonna each take 30 seconds to give our little final spiel. I'll drop mine first, really quick. Number one, I'd like to say thank you to Ryan for producing this shit. I appreciate you big time, brother. I know I've been out of the loop for about the last month, so I'd like to thank you personally for helping us out. Kyle, I want to thank you big time for stepping in with me being on the road and keeping this fucking show going, because honestly, if it wasn't for you and Blake, the show would have fallen apart, so I owe you guys both a really big thank you. Blake, I owe you a big thank you because you just gave me my birthday present a month early. So thank you very much, sir, for bringing me to fucking WrestleMania, even though I had to drive the 10 hours. And to our listeners, guys, I thank you not only for tuning in every time we have one of these shows, for chatting with us, for hitting up our page, for liking our posts, for subscribing. Don't forget to hit that subscribe. And I said that just because Blake always says it.
Oh, I'm just looking to say it.
I know you are. But what am I? Sorry, I couldn't cut that. But I would like to thank our listeners, especially tonight, for anybody who stayed up super fucking late with us. You know what, guys? Hopefully, Wrestling Rocks is just going to continue on to get better. And this is my goal. By WrestleMania Orlando, by NXT, by that Monday Night Raw, I want Wrestling Rocks to have, and this isn't a big number, but you know what? We're slowly building. I want us to have 1,000 subscribers a year from now. That is our goal. If we can have 1,000 subscribers by the time we go to Orlando WrestleMania, I will be happy. So, guys, if you're out there listening, share the page. Send it to people. If you've got a friend that likes wrestling, get them to tune in to us. And, man, I appreciate all you guys. I thank you so very much. Kyle, it's on you, brother. Take a minute or two.
Yeah, I mean, Krys really summed up everything. Like, I definitely want to thank Ryan for producing this show and definitely taking time out of his day to definitely help us with this. I want to thank Blake and you, Krys, also for giving me this opportunity to do this show with you guys. I've definitely loved it. It's definitely been a great time. I love doing this. I mean, me and Blake already, like, without doing the show, we always talk wrestling all the time, that kind of shit. For us to do it, like, on a platform like this, talk to people about it and do a show about it is definitely great. And doing it with you, Krys, is definitely fun, too. We got to do this more often, man. And it's fun. I also want to thank,
I was just gonna say, and on that note, I don't mean to interrupt you, but on
that
note, I do apologize. I've been on the road so much. That is coming a lot more. So, man, I give you major props for keeping this shit going when I'm out, because I'm out a lot. I can't help it. But I do have to thank you specifically for helping Blake keep this going.
Oh, yeah, no, it's no problem. It's been my pleasure. It's been a great time. Like I said, me and Blake do this already anyway, so for us to do it on the show is even better. And doing this with you, too, it's definitely been a fun time. And we should definitely do this more, us three doing it, because it's a lot of fun. I do want to thank our fans and supporters too, always listening. That's definitely great. And yeah, it would be great to see by Orlando, seeing that, man, having 1,000 subscribers. That would be great. We get to meet up with people when we go to the shows. That'd be awesome. I can't wait to see that. So I hope we definitely get more people watching, more supporters, all that stuff. We definitely cannot thank you guys enough.
All right, and Blake, on you. And before you sign us off, I have one thing I want to throw out there. So go ahead.
I'm signing us off still.
Well, you can sign us off. That's fine.
First off, Ryan, thank you, because you and I had the difficulties of trying to get everything going with your laptop. You were the only person that could do it. You fixed everything. Thank you very much, Kyle. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
All right, I appreciate it.
First off, without
you should say it better. Fuck you very much.
Without you, home dog. we
show would fall apart.
we wouldn't have a show.
Yeah,
You know, get on the show with us. We'll have a lot of fun.
Krys is talking about
I'm going to say this, and it's not throwing punches at any of you two. I don't want to call you guys fans. You guys are a family. I hate the word fans because I don't like when someone says, well, I talk to my fans. You guys are more of a family. This is a community.
It's WWE Universe. We are a family.
So thank you guys for tuning in because I know that the quality and everything isn't great, but we got to start somewhere. I know, and thank God to my producer and my uncle who's going to buy me a new microphone so you won't have to hear the Hussein H2 hilarious microphone I have. But before I do sign off, Kyle, what do you have to say? Or not Kyle, Krys.
Me, nigga. All right, so 2 things. Number 1, y'all please tune into the page. I'm going to go ahead and do our Side of Geek here in a minute. We're going to pre-record it, get it uploaded ASAP. And this is something I'm going to drop a year from now. A year from now, we will be at WrestleMania. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to afford it. The other guys that are going with us are not going to be able to afford it. I would love to be able to buy a couple tickets to have part of our listening family be able to come and sit with us at the event. But what I would like to do, and I'm just throwing this out there, I want to at least be able to purchase a couple of standing room only tickets and put them out there, and we'll have some sort of contest over next fucking year even. We'll make it some sort of something. I just want to put that out there. We're going to have a contest of some sort if I've got to buy the tickets myself. And we'll get a couple people to meet up with us in Orlando, and maybe we can help grow the family that way.
Okay, I'm going to have my talk again because we lost audio for me.
Okay,
so
no problem.
Basically what I said, and I'll say it again, was, Ryan, thank you very much for producing the show. Yeah, without you, I wouldn't say differences, we had a lot of hard times with getting this set up because of the whole fact of the computer issues and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. You were the only person to be able to do the show or produce it. Thank you very much again. Kyle, I'm not even going to say fuck you this time because it's not worth it. It's already ruined. So, without you, the show wouldn't be alive. Krys has already said that. The show would not be here. And, just as simple of you saying yes. I tried to get you on Robley finds it, all right, let's do it. And we've gone back and forth into a lot of debates about it, which is what's great about the show. You and I both went into hardcore rants to the point where I'm yelling at certain things. And well, Kyle said something earlier, so did I think Krys, and I don't like saying it's not a swing at them. You guys aren't our fans, you're our family. This is a community. This is not I hate when someone says I'm talking talking wrestling. You guys are that is supporting us, yes, but you're not fans. You guys support us. So, signing off, before we go, hit that like button if you are enjoying what you are listening to. Subscribe, that way you never miss another show. Monday Night Raw reviews on Mondays, Thursdays, next big thing, and we don't have a sports shirt date, a date yet, but we will have Side of Geek going up hopefully every week.
Once I know my tour schedule and stuff, I'll be able to work Side of Geek. Because Side of Geek is going to have to be pre-recorded a lot. I'll be able to do it on the road also.
So hit that subscribe button, that way you never miss another show. Be sure to follow our social media pages, twitter.com/Wrestling Rocks, or at Wrestling Rocks, facebook.com/Wrestling Rocks on the Side of Geek. Don't you fucking sigh. Or search Wrestling Rocks on the Side of Geek. And signing off for Krys Chaos and Kyle Blueprint. And until next time,
peace out, guys. Be sure to tune in for Side of Geek soon.